Hi everyone! Today is an awesome day because it has officially been a year since I started my body transformation with Beachbody. I am super excited and I can't believe that a year went by so quick. It's kind of like whoosh and it's gone. And I just kind of want to do a little recap of where I was, kind of what happened and where I am. I had known about TurboFire probably since it first came released to Beachbody because I always kind of went back and forth looking back at the website because I had been doing Turbo Jam, little spurts here and there since I was about 15, 16. And I saw TurboFire and I was very excited when I first saw it. I was like, oh, that looks awesome. That looks like something I should do. And then I never ended up getting it. Then I was sitting home on one of my off days in earlier March and I saw it and I was like, all right, we really got to do this. I made a commitment. I told Nick, I'm like, I'm going to get this and I am going to do it. So I ordered it, it came in, and I immediately started with the 5-day inferno. I remember my friend Nathan was staying over that night when I started the 5-day inferno. I went all in. I did the meal plan. I did, the workouts, and I just kind of just completely just dove right in. Dove right in. My start date was March 21st. So I dove right in and I loved it. After the 5-day inferno, I lost 5 pounds and it was crazy. So from there, I stuck to the schedule and I lost roughly about 50 pounds in 90 days of doing TurboFire. From then, I decided I wanted to build more endurance and strength, so I did Insanity the Asylum. Now, I know some people who were like, oh, it's so much crazier. I barely made it through Insanity. I never did Insanity, but I did the Asylum, and I have tried some Insanity workouts here and there, and I actually kind of thought that the Asylum was easier, but a lot of people will be like, you're crazy for saying that. I did the full 30 days of Insanity the Asylum, and my fit test results were much better than day one, so I was super excited. I didn't see much movement on the scale from Asylum, but I'm assuming that's because it was a lot of strength based, so I probably lost some weight but gained it back in muscle. So, but I did end up losing 13 inches around my entire body in 30 days with Insanity the Asylum. So I was like, heck yeah. I was still kind of doing a little bit of turbo here and there, at the gym and stuff, but I did that on top of doing the full 30-day program of Insanity the Asylum. After that, I kind of ended up doing a little bit of a hybrid between, Chalene Extreme and Turbo, and that kind of went on for a while. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I love doing one takers. And then also, we got a bunch of different programs, and I just ended up doing a bunch of random different things. I love Chalene Extreme. Then Les Mills Pump finally came out this year, and I've been doing that. I kind of just did a bunch of different things around the holidays. In September, I started teaching Turbo at my school. So that was kind of like my little Wednesday workout. I love it. It's so much fun. I got a good group, and I know you guys have seen some of my videos from Hustle. I teach Turbo and Hustle at the school. We kind of do like a little hybrid of both of them, and that's been awesome. So that's kind of like the program history, I guess. And of course, through all this, I'm also drinking my Shakeology every day. I started that around April 1st. So I kind of consider that I started drinking Shakeology daily around when I started my journey, thanks to my awesome coach Kim, who recommended it, and I just kept going, and I'm loving every moment of it. So where I was before, I was I'm a very quiet, kept to myself, homebody person. People who know me now, they're like, you're not quiet. And I'm like, I guess now I feel like I have more to say or something. I don't know. But I was a very quiet person. I kept to myself, and I went to school, I worked, I came home, and that was kind of it. And, it sucked. It was hard being out here away from home a lot. And I just kind of had that, that biting feeling that there was more that I was supposed to be doing. And I feel like starting my journey helped me find that. So throughout the year, I made a big changes. I made a list of 10 goals using Chalene Johnson's message, her 30-day push that she has on her website, chalenejohnson.com. It's a free 30-day program. You get emails with little assignments. I laid out my goals, and I am happy to say that I have accomplished every single one of the ones that I've set. Some of them have changed according to my priorities, but I have met them all. I'll go over a couple of them. The first would be, losing as much weight as I did. I didn't have a number, but now I feel better. And I know I still have a ways to go, the journey is never over. There's always things we want to do. So I feel like with weight loss, weight management, the journey's never ending. It just might be in the forefront on, sometimes, and in the back burner others. I also became a group fitness instructor. I teach Turbo and Hustle at school, and I also teach some other formats at the gym that I work at. So that's really crazy awesome. I never thought that I would be, on stage with a microphone, leading a group of people to do anything. So hey, and it's a lot of fun, and I've gotten a lot of positive feedback. I haven't even been doing that a year yet. I got certified in June and July, started teaching in September. So still kind of new, still kind of, finding what I'm really good at in those. So that's awesome. And also, I learned a lot about the importance of having good friends. I know that that's when you think of starting in your weight loss journey, you just think, I'm just going to look hot and everyone's going to think I'm awesome. But I find that you learn a lot more about what you want from people rather than what you expect people to want from you, if that makes any sense. I definitely learned a lot about what makes a good friend and what doesn't. I feel like that's helped me be a better friend as well as know, who's, being a good friend to me. Because throughout this, I've realized that really life is too short to surround yourself with people who are just going to pull you down. And when you start a journey like this, there are going to be people that, are not going to be happy for you, that aren't going to support you, and that are going to pull you down, most likely from resentment, jealousy, because they're too afraid to start. And that's really what it boils down to. And you can try to fight for these people, but after a while, you really just got to step back. As Shalene said, you don't have to have a crazy big fallout, but you just have to step back and focus on what's important to you. From starting my journey, I also learned a lot about what I really want out of life. I have found that I do not want to sit in a cubicle for the rest of my life doing the same blah tasks for, little to no recognition. I forgot where I learned this from. I think I learned this from Craig Holiday. He's a great businessman, and he also is a mentor, like a life mentor as well to many. And I believe it was he that said this in one of his audios, that people, what they want out of life is to do something that matters, something that is significant. They don't care about the money or anything. They just want to do something that others are going to think is important. And I feel like from the traditional, just sitting in a cubicle, doing absolutely nothing, that's not being significant. That's not making a change. So I learned a lot about what I want to do with the rest of my life. And sitting, 12, 13-hour days behind a desk doing who knows what is not what I want to do. I want to do so much more. And I feel like that sitting there limits myself. And I learned that from starting this journey, which is crazy because it's like you think you're just out to, maybe tone up, maybe lose some weight. But I feel like from the community and what you learn about yourself, it's so much more than that. I also learned a great deal about what's important to me as it comes to like family and whatnot. Nick and I got engaged in January. We're getting married in June. Family is another thing that's really, really important to me. So I'm really excited that, we're going to get married and it's going to be awesome. So, that's great. That was also another one of my goal lists, to get him to finally ask. Only he surprised me, I have to admit. He really surprised me. I had no idea. For those of you who don't know, Nick proposed on New Year's. We were having a low-key evening at home, and I'm just wearing pajamas with my hair up, something similar to this, in a bathrobe. It was totally us, totally us. I was totally surprised. So, hey, random video. And I just like going on and on. Justin will tell you that, my buddy Justin. And it's just, I could really go on and on about how things have changed. I know so much more about myself. Some other goals that I've reached is I'm going to Vegas for the Beachbody Summit. That was something I really, really wanted to do, and I made it happen. I'm being able to make more trips back home. That was something that I really wanted, and now that I get to do that as well, and I'm making time for that according to my priorities. I don't even remember. There's just so many things. I'm getting better at public speaking. That's another one of my things. Look at me, I'm talking to a camera. Public speaking. There's just so many more things I could go on and on about. So I guess this kind of message is mostly to the people who, they really want to make a change, but they don't see the value in doing it. honestly, the support and the people that I had to get me through this journey is what really helped me do a lot of the things that I'm doing. It helped me really find myself and find what I really want to get out of life. And I feel like that's so much more important than a number on a scale. I never care about the number on the scale anymore. I care about how I feel, and I know when I need to do more and, when I'm doing enough. So, if you're really thinking about making the change, you really just don't wait till you hit rock bottom like I did, because I really was miserable, and it was all my doing to get me there, and now it's all my doing to get myself back to where I was before everything happened, and, way above that. And I'm always here to help anyone who really decides that they're tired of living the way that they are and they want to make this change, because I promise you, it's going to be so much more to you than just that number on a scale. Like, everyone's different, but I promise you're going to discover so much more about yourself, your life, what you really want from life. And I feel like this is something that everyone needs to experience, is to be able to find out so much more about yourself, especially while you're younger, and even if you're older, you'll be so much happier for your families, and you can be a positive influence on them. I love being able to, help people, realize, that they're capable of so much more, and be able just to influence them, and even if it's just a little way, just me being here hopefully influences you. Maybe you like my statuses. I try. So, another random video brought to you by me. Um, as always, message, comment. I'm here for you guys, and happy Saturday, and I will see you soon. Bye!